Hey guys, Dean here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to install mods into Grand Theft Auto 5. If you're looking to get GTA 5 mods, this is exactly how to do it. I'm going to show you how to install mod menus, how to install custom cars and vehicles, and how to install map mods. I'm going to show you how to install each and every single type of mod in this tutorial from start to finish, every single tool and download you need to set it up. We're beginning right now. So first of all, we're on the GTA5mods.com website. This will be linked down below in the description. Now there's a few essentials we need first, okay? The first thing we need is OpenIV, okay? OpenIV, originally Open4 because it was made during GTA 4, is basically a multi-purpose editor and archive manager for GTA 5, for its expansions and Max Payne, basically for Rockstar games, like Red Dead Redemption 2. So this is going to allow us to actually install modded custom files like vehicles, for an example, because we can't install those as easily as we can install scripts. So we're going to download it from this GTA5mod.net website, because it's been taken down from GTA5mods.com because that originally linked to the main official website, which is now down. So for the purpose of this, we're going to download this offline version, so this OpenIV Setup offline. Click this once and we're going to go ahead and download it. As you can see, the file size is much bigger because it's obviously packed into the folder rather than being downloaded from the web. Now we're going to go to our download folder on Windows and extract this. You can use this with WinRAR or just use a different software to open zip files. We're going to double click and we're going to then double click OpenIV Setup, and we're going to install this in English, obviously, and we're going to wait for the setup to continue. Just accept the terms of the agreement and press continue, and the installation path over here is the path for the actual OpenIV. I'm not going to tick run it after installation because we're going to install some other mods first before we move on to how to use OpenIV. So just press continue and wait for it to install. Now it says completed successfully and just press close. Now if we type in OpenIV in Windows, we've also got it installed on our start menu, so it's successfully installed. The next thing we need is Script Hook. So Script Hook 5 is basically just a library that allows you to load different custom scripts. So things like mod menus need this. So just go ahead and press where it says download, and it's going to download that into our file explorer. So now just the same as we did before, just extract this folder. And when we go inside, we have inside the bin folder the files which we actually need. Next, go into Steam, right click on Grand Theft Auto 5, press manage and then browse local files. This will bring up the GTA 5 game folder that we need. If you're playing on a different launcher like Epic, there's obviously a button for you to go straight to the folder there, but it'll be in a different destination in your Windows. Obviously you can use the Rockstar version, the Epic Games launcher, or the Steam for this tutorial. I'm just using Steam. So on the right hand side, this is the folder we've just downloaded inside the Script Hook folder, and the left hand side is my GTA 5 directory I just showed you how to open. For Script Hook, it's very simple to install it. All you need to do is install Script Hook by dragging it into the GTA 5 folder and just put it into your base folder. And we also want to do the same with this dinput8.dll, and now we've dragged those two in. Now the optional one you can drag in is Native Trainer. This is basically a trainer, which is a cheat menu that you can open up to use like God mode, unlimited ammo, stuff like that in single player. It doesn't work in multiplayer. Obviously don't try mods in multiplayer anyway because that's against the terms of service, but this is a single player mod menu which you can use. It's super fun. I'm not going to install that, but you would just drag that file inside your GTA 5 folder as well in the same way to actually install that, and then in game you can press like F5 or F6 to open it and use the arrow keys and enter to cycle through the menu options. So that's how to install the cheat menu and Script Hook. So now we've prepared the game to install mods, but some mods need another version of Script Hook, which we're going to use them both at the same time. So I'm going to show you that next. So we're going to download this file, which is the community script hook 5.net. So just go ahead and download this, and then when we go to the page which it directs us to, this GitHub page, we want to scroll up, and on the right hand side where it says releases, just click on the latest one which is under there, scroll down and just press scripthook5.net.zip and it will download the latest version for you. In our downloads folder on Windows, we'll extract this new folder, we'll go inside, and then now we can install this into the game. Now to get this to work, you need to have Microsoft.NET Framework installed, which you should have by default on the newer versions of Windows. Otherwise, go ahead and download at least .NET Framework 4.8 or higher, which can be skipped on Windows 10 and 11, I believe. And you also need Microsoft's C++ redistributable package for Visual Studios 2019 64-bit. I'll try and remember to link those down below, but if I don't remember, just pause the video, replay where I said that, and then go ahead and Google it. But you probably don't need those and it should work. Now, inside this folder, the files we want to copy over are the following. Basically, all I'm saying is highlight all of them, drag them into your Grand Theft Auto 5 folder, and that's as simple as that. We've installed it. it. And the last one from the core crucial mods we need to get this set up before we even install the normal mods is NativeUI library. So go ahead, click where it says download 1.9.1 or whatever version's latest, and it'll download it for us. As usual, let's just extract this to the folder so we can explore what's inside. Inside GTA 5's folder, we want to right click, press new, and then press folder, and we want to type in scripts. The reason you want to make this is because we're going to install our modded scripts inside here. It might make it by default, but if it doesn't, it's best just to create it so we've got it. And then go in the scripts folder we've just created, and then we want to highlight these two files we've just downloaded and drag them in our scripts folder, just like that. So now we have them in our scripts folder in the GTA 5 game directory. And that's how to install NativeUI. So now we're going to open OpenIV just to show you some basic things we need to do. So open up OpenIV next. We want to click on Grand Theft Auto 5 and then press Windows down here. And we want to set our Grand Theft Auto 5 game location. This is pretty simple because we know where it is here. So it's basically going to be under this destination. So just press browse and you can paste the destination in here if you copied it, or it might even open up to the right spot and detect it. If your destination is the same as in the left hand side over here where it directed to in Steam, just press select folder, and now if you did it right, it'll say successfully detected GTA5.exe because GTA5.exe is in that folder, and then just press continue. And now it reminds you to back up your files, which is the key part. Because if you break your game, you have to reinstall it or verify it, and you can take one step forward, 3 steps back. So you can definitely mess up your game when you mod. So I recommend to back up your files and use the custom modded folder, which I'll show you how to do after. So now that we're in OpenIV, we want to go ahead and we want to install some things. So click on Tools, click on ASI Manager, and it will pop up this menu. I've already installed this, but if I hadn't installed it, I'm just going to uninstall them now. And it would basically look like this. And the ASI loader is basically the tool which loads custom libraries, which are the ASI files into the game. We need this, especially if you installed the cheat menu from earlier, which I chose not to install. This would load that file. So press install. Then OpenIV is a plugin which creates a mods folder. So this means that we don't have to back up our game. We're going to install our mods into a brand new folder, so we're likely not to break the game. I just recommend doing this, okay? So press install on OpenIV and then press yes to create the mods folder. And now we've installed that as well. You can also improve the camera in game by installing Open Camera, but that's nothing really to do with modding. We don't need that. So just press close. So the first example mod I'm going to show you how to install is going to be a graphics mod. Now, with a lot of big mods from GTA 5, a lot of them quite simple to install. They have what's called an OpenIV package file. The file extension for that is .oiv, and it means that you can basically install it with a one-click installer in OpenIV. Let me just show you, okay? This is going to be an example of how to install an OIV file. QuantV is one of the most popular graphics mods for GTA 5, so we're going to use this as an example. So I'm going to scroll down, press download, run GTAinside.com, another legit website, and just wait for it to download or press start download. We're going to extract it inside our downloads folder, and inside you can see there's a few different options, okay? We have the manual install, which we're not going to do in this circumstance because I want to show you how to use the automatic installer. We have some optional files and an uninstaller, okay? So we're going to go inside install where it says OIV, and inside here we can see we have QuantV install.oiv, which is the file that we want. So we're going to go inside OpenIV itself, and we're going to go ahead and press on Tools and Package Installer. So this opens up a new directory. We're going to go into our downloads, the Quant folder, the install folder, and select the OIV file we just found. Press open, and now this will open up the OpenIV package installer. It'll show some information about the mod, and then we just press simply install. And you want the location to be the mods folder, because this means that we don't break our game, and if anything messes up, we can just delete the mod simply without having to go into the game files and possibly mess up the game even more. So install into that mods folder. That will only be there if you followed the steps a few moments ago to install the OpenIV ASI loader. Now just go ahead and press install, confirm the installation, and this will go ahead and install QuantV. So now what you can go ahead and do is run GTA 5 directly from OpenIV, or we can press close and we can get onto the steps on how to install the other mods, and we'll do a test at the end of the video. So I showed you how to install the native trainer optionally at the start when we installed Script Hook. So now let me show you how to install a different trainer. So this is going to be a step to show you how to install game trainers. So the example I'm going to use is Menyoo. So Menyoo is the most popular game trainer for single player, and it has arguably the most features in any single trainer. It has some really cool custom vehicle spawners. It has some great modability and extensibility to it, and it's just generally a really cool mod menu to play around with. So since it's the most popular, I want to show you guys how to install this one, because it's likely that's the one you want to know how to install. So on the menu page, just press download, and it'll take us yet again to a GitHub page. Go to releases on the right hand side and click on the latest. Scroll all the way down, click on menu sp.zip, and that will download the mod menu. Inside our downloads folder on Windows, we're going to extract this, and inside the menu folder, now we have a bunch of files. So we have our GTA 5 folder on the left, and as you can see, Menyoo is an ASI file. ASI files always go in the root of the GTA folder, so it's going to go in our folder where our GTA5.exe is. So we're just going to drag that in here. I already have this Menyoo installed, so I'm just going to replace it, but you won't. And then we're also going to drag in this folder here, which says Menyoo stuff. That needs to go in the base folder as well. So just drag that in too. And now we have Menyoo stuff, and we have Menyoo.asi in this folder. And that's just simply how to install a trainer. And most trainers are going to be a .asi, just like the native trainer was earlier too. So they always go inside the root of the game folder unless it instructs you otherwise. So all cheat game trainers basically work the same. Next, we're going to install some utility mods. So these are just script mods, but a little bit smaller. They're kind of more lightweight mods that can do certain things that like the trainers can't, for example. So these would just be like little menus, like this car and crew selection color editor, just quality of life mods that you can find, which are really useful. So we're going to install the Sprayshop, and we're going to install VStancer, which is a wheel and suspension modification to vehicles. So I'm going to go ahead and download both of these, and I'll show you how to install them both. So let's go ahead and extract both these folders again into our downloads folder. Now this VStancer, which was the first one, is an ASI file. So like I said before, this goes into just the root GTA 5 folder, and then the VStancer folder also goes into the root GTA 5 folder. So that's how to install that mod, because it's another ASI. Now inside the scripts folder is where we want to go next, because the next mod, which was the GTA 5 Sprayshop, is a DLL file, which always, or typically, usually, not always, but this one goes inside the scripts folder. So we're going to drag that in there. And now we've installed both of those utility mods. Always check out the README files in every single mod's folders if you don't know how to install them, because it'll usually tell you. But if it doesn't, follow these simple rules of thumb, which I'm showing you. Next up is going to be kind of typically a hard one, okay? But it's going to be super fun. So here's where the fun begins. So most people who want to install custom player models don't know where to start, or custom citizens. Let me show you how to do that. So when we go onto the player section of GTA 5 mods, there's some really cool player models, like this female player model over here, this military combat person. Let's say we want to download the Spiderman 2002 suit, and this is perfect because in brackets it says AddonPeds. So this is going to support the AddonPeds mod I'm going to show you how to install next. AddonPeds is basically a simple tool that allows us to install pedestrian models to the game without replacing our files. Okay, so it's just this easier way to install them without messing up our game. So go ahead and download AddonPeds. That's the first thing we need to download, and then find the custom player model or pedestrian which you want to install. In this case, we have Spiderman, which is supporting AddonPeds, and we're just going to press download. And this is actually made by the creator of AddonPeds as well. So we're going to extract both these files inside our downloads folder again. And now the tricky part first is installing AddonPeds. Hopefully you followed all the steps at the start of this video, because AddonPeds requires OpenIV, it requires ScriptHook, ScriptHook.net, and NativeUI, which we've already installed in this video. First off, open up our scripts folder in GTA 5. That's where we want to go. And open up the scripts folder inside AddonPeds, and just drag the ped selector into GTA 5 script folder. That's the first step. Next, go into OpenIV. In OpenIV, go into mods, go into update, update.rpf, and inside here, we want to go into common and then data. Then we want to scroll down, and we want to find a file which is called DLC list. So I found the file here. At the top of OpenIV, click edit mode and press yes, and now we can edit files in OpenIV. So we can right click on DLC list and press edit, and it'll open up a little editor window on OpenIV. And now what we want to go ahead and do is we want to add the following line to our paths folder. So here's where it says paths. We want to scroll down, and we want to add a brand new line to paths. Find a line, any line. I'd recommend just using the line second from the bottom, or you can just use the line at the bottom, and go to the end of the line, and then press Control on your keyboard, hold down Control, and then press the D key, C, and this will duplicate the line below so that we don't mess it up. And now we're going to replace the text here, which we've duplicated. So we're going to double click the patch day part here, and we're going to type in AddonPeds. Simple as that. And now we've copied that over. We go ahead and we just simply press save. Now what we want to go ahead and do is we want to go back into OpenIV. We're going to enable edit mode again, and we're going to go back to our root folder, which is GTA 5. Go and update instead of the mods folder. We're not going to edit this though. Go and update. Then what we want to go ahead and do is go into update and then x64. Just press show in mods folder. So now we're in x64. And now we want to find this folder that says DLC packs inside the AddonPeds folder, and want to just drag it in here where it says x64. And now inside here, we've installed the AddonPeds. Simple as that. So now your x64 folder inside mods, update.rpf x64 should look like this. All these files, but now you've added the DLC packs folder, and that's how to install that. So now we're going to minimize that, and we're going to drag the AddonPeds editor and the AddonPeds vars.xml inside the GTA 5 root folder, and then we're going to run AddonPeds editor.exe as admin. So we're going to open that up, and then it's created the right folder for it. Just press OK. And then press OK. And now you can see we have everything set up. So now just simply press rebuild, and it's rebuilt it. So that's what you need to do first. But now in game, we will only have 2 custom models, which come with it by default. Now we're going to show you how to install the custom one, which we downloaded, which was Spiderman. I'm going to go into the Spiderman folder that we downloaded, and we have some files in here. So by default, when you download an AddonPed or pedestrian mod for it, you'll have some random files, which are YDDs, YFTs, and YMTs, and YTDs. So these are random files on appearance. They kind of look quite confusing, right? So to do this, just open up OpenIV. I'm just going to put this over here on the left hand side. Make sure the edit mode's turned on, and then we want to go into the mods folder, update x64, and then that DLC packs we installed earlier, go into that, AddonPeds, and inside here dlc.rpf and peds.rpf. So we're actually installing these files into the folder we installed earlier in OpenIV. And now we're just going to highlight all of these files, and we're just going to drag them in here. Simple as that. And now we've installed it. The name of our model is Spiderman 2002. So now we're going to use that. We're going to go into the AddonPeds editor.exe from before, press peds, new ped, and the model name is the name of the model we've just installed in OpenIV, which we can see on the left hand side still. So I'm going to type in Spiderman with the right upper and lowercase that it has, 2002, and then ped type is male because it's Spiderman, and then is streamed, we're going to put that to true. If it's true, that's peds which have folders, so that would be something like Veto Mafia, which has a folder and then the files are inside. If it doesn't have a folder, which our Spiderman doesn't because we just dragged them inside here, then you can type in false, which we're going to do. And also, if you have any problems with that, we could also just duplicate it. If you don't really know what's the right one to do, you could just add the model a second time and then just press is streamed true and do that as well. Okay, and then just press rebuild, and it's saved our AddonPeds, and now we can just press exit. So now when we go in game and we press the L key on our keyboard, it will open up the menu, and then we can test out our models. And that's how to install pedestrians and the AddonPeds mod. Next, we're going to download and install a car mod. So that's the next one we want to install. So we're going to download this 2017 Nissan GTR because this is the most downloaded mod. Now, as you can see earlier, we installed the VStancer mod in the utilities section of this guide. If you didn't do that and you skipped it, go back to that section because it's a requirement for this car mod and for a lot of different car mods. Press download. I'm going to install this car mod, and we're going to extract it in our downloads folder on Windows. Go inside, and now we have a few different folders. So the way we're going to install this is in OpenIV with edit mode turned on. We're going to go into our mods folder. We're going to go into update x64 and DLC packs again, and we're going to install this the same way we did with AddonPeds earlier in this video. All we're going to do is we're just going to copy this GTR folder here into this DLC packs folder. Simple as that with OpenIV. Next, we're going to go back to update here. Just click on update and click on update again and go in common, and then we want to go to data, and we're going to find that DLC list which we edited earlier. I'm going to right click and press edit, and we're going to do exactly the same thing to add this car. So go down to the bottom, find the last line we created, hold control and press D to duplicate the line, double click this where it says AddonPeds or whatever the last line was, double click that at the end, and then we're just going to type in the name of the folder which we installed, which was GTR, which is the folder we copied here just now. Call it GTR, and then just press save. Simple as that. Next, what we're going to go ahead and do is in the data folder, there's a folder here, extra title update data. Right click and press edit as well. This is another one we need to do for this. This may be different for other car mods, but this is how to install this one, so I may as well show you. And we want to add another one of these blocks. We're going to scroll down, and I'm actually going to copy this one. So I'm going to right click, press copy, press enter. I'm going to paste this here. So I'm going to press backspace here so it lines up with the others. Make sure it looks the same. Now it's lined up. Now this is going to be the same. This line's going to be the same. But for the device name, the DLC, we need to change this to the name of the folder. So DLC underscore GTR. And then the update should be update DLC patch. And then change this end bit to GTR. Simple as that. And press save. Now in the trainer section we had earlier where I showed you how to install Menyoo, if you need to know how to install trainers, go back and refer to that section. Because for this car mod, the way that we've installed it, and for a lot of car mods, you want a specific trainer, either Menyoo or install the trainer which is called Simple Trainer. This allows you to spawn your custom cars from the Menyoo because they're not going to spawn in the world as natural traffic. So once you have a Menyoo, then you can then spawn your custom vehicles from it. I'd recommend Simple Trainer because it's the easiest to do this and it supports most car plugins. So the last mod we're going to install is going to be a map mod. So let's go ahead and we're going to install this one over here, which is Real California Architecture. Another one of the most downloaded ones. We're just going to go ahead and download that. It's best for me to show you the popular mods because the likelihood of you guys installing those is higher than just a random mod. Maybe you came to this video for that specific mod and it just saves your life by showing you how to install it, right? We're going to right click here, extract to RCA, Real California Architecture. This is our mod file. As you can see, now we're going to delete the original file. When we've extracted this, just go inside and there's going to be a few different things in here. Inside the folder, we have .rca. This is going to be installed yet again as a DLC pack. So if you didn't watch the steps before in this video for AddonPeds and the vehicle mod, we're going to install this the same way. If it has an OpenIV package installer, the .oiv, you'd install it how we did earlier. But for the manual methods for DLC packs, it's always mods, update.rpf, x64, DLC packs, edit mode on, and then we just drag this folder inside, which is RCA in this case. Real California Architecture. Then we want to go back to mods and then update.rpf, and now we want to go to our DLC list, which is always in common and then data. So we're going to edit this yet again another time because we're adding a new mod. We're going to scroll all the way down. We're going to go to the end of our last line, hold Control and D to duplicate it, double click on the end bit again, and then we're going to replace this with RCA for our folder name, which is Real California Architecture, and press save. So now we've installed our map mod. I'm going to close all these folders. Now, sometimes when you install GTA 5, you'll get this error, unable to find pattern 21 or a different error code, and it'll crash your game. To fix this, we need another mod. This mod is basically the Packfile limit adjuster. So all you have to do for this is download it, extract the file we downloaded, and then just drag the adjuster files inside here and put them in your GTA 5 folder. And if you've already got it, just press replace, and it should fix some of your crashes. And as you can see now, my GTA 5 is actually loading, and there's no crash error message because we installed that Packfile limit adjuster. Now you can see on the main menu it says QuantV, which is our graphics mod, so we know that that's at least working so far. And that's how to install Grand Theft Auto 5 mods for map mods, vehicle mods, scripts, utilities, and the main core mods. If you want me to make a video on how to install a specific mod, for an example, a lot of the popular police mods or certain specific scripts, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a tutorial on that as well. All I ask for you to do is like the video, subscribe, comment any questions below, and check out the channel for more mods videos on games like Minecraft and GTA 5, and I'll catch you all soon.